Like about 5 or 6, for sure.
You know, after these experiences, you're going to be able to write Russian novels.
I asked Nimrod, was he named that because of friendship? And he looked at me like, how the hell did you know that? So, could be.
It's like the water's kind of low at the lake.
They lower it during the winter.
Oh, okay.
So that when the spring waters come, they have some flexibility for flooding. Gives them a little bumper.
So here I am still at the hostel. I am zeroing today, and you can see why. It is cold, it is rainy, it is supposed to sleet, and I don't even know what it's doing up in the mountains, up like there, if it's snowing or sleeting or just raining. Here we are hunkered down, and then I'll get back on trail tomorrow. But I can't even like film getting into the hiker haven because I'll get soaked.
Are you saying Philip? Hero. What is your son called? Shit.
Hey everyone, not much to record today on the zero. I try to get a little bit of something, but it is yucky. Look at the mountains. I hope that everybody has gotten off trail because it is just raining and raining and raining. It is freezing out, so I really am glad and really thankful that I had already had a zero booked as soon as I heard the weather is going to be bad. So if anybody is out there, I hope that you're staying warm and safe. I know this will be gone, long gone by the time you see this video. But this would be why, one of the most important reasons why if you hear bad weather's coming in, get that zero and get that room booked before they all fill up. And who do I have with me today?
Low tide. Low tide on the Appalachian Trail.
Awesome, low tide. And what do you love most about hiking the AT?
I heard about it before I started, but I must say the people I have met, both through hikers, folks at the hostels, the community of the trail is a real thing, and I can't appreciate that enough.
Awesome, awesome. And now that you have at least 50 miles under your belt, what would be your number one tip that you would give to somebody that's getting ready to start?
I overdid at the start, and I hear that's not unusual. I have backed off my mileage, but you know, you take into account the weather also. I would start a little easier if I started over again, but you recover each day and you push on through. Just keep stepping forward.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Low Tide.
Thank you.
All righty. All right, and who do I have with me today?
I am Stick. I go by Stick the Eagle online, but I just go by Stick on trail.
All right, perfect. And Stick, what do you love most about hiking the AT?
I love the community, the friends that I've met. I wasn't expecting to meet so many wonderful people here and people who I keep seeing day to day. The people is what makes the AT so special.
Absolutely.
I can go hiking anywhere, but then I meet the people here. It's something else.
Yeah, awesome. And we have a lot of people that are getting ready to start. And now that you have 50 plus miles under your belt, what would be the number one most important tip you can give them?
I think try to do the mountain peaks on the really good weather days. If like I was wanting initially to do Tray and push to Tray on a foggy day, and I decided to stay at Blue Mountain because there was a storm supposed to be coming in too. And if I had pushed to Tray, I wouldn't have seen the views off of Rocky Mountain or anything like that. So I'm super glad that I stayed and waited for the good weather for the mountain peak. So that's probably the biggest thing.
Awesome.
Everyone says save on weight wherever you can as well, and I brought too much food, so don't bring too much food because you will run into mountain crossings pretty soon to be able to resupply. That's probably the thing there.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Happy trails.
All righty, happy trails. So we're going to show some real life, and this is what you do on a zero, all right? And what is your name?
I'm 2020.
Okay, 2020. And what do you love most about hiking the AT?
So I think number one, first thing that I would enjoy about it so far is the hiking itself. I mean, it could be, and honestly, the night hiking is the number one for me. It's really creepy. It's like you're in a horror movie. Because I wake up really early and I'll just put on my headlamp and I'll go. And it's awesome watching the sunrise through the trees in February, you know, before there's really any like I don't know, foliage obscuring things. It's cool seeing that really, you know, dark orange over the peak. So I really enjoyed that. I think that's probably my number one.
Yeah, cool. And with all the people getting ready to start, what would be your number one tip that you can offer them now that you have 50 plus miles under your belt?
Probably, you know, if this is any evidence, take it easy. Don't. I just saw a Reddit comment. I didn't read the username, so I'm sorry. I can't give you credit, but take a 0, don't be a hero.
Yeah.
So take it easy, you know, let your body get adjusted to it and just enjoy the ride.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's my
Awesome.
comment.
Thank you so much, 2020.
Yep.
Alrighty, bye. Peace.
Last year is pretty nice though.
I'm a
Hey,
master
baby.
of mashed
Pick a seed with potato. Cut that potato open, depending on how much chili you want on top of the potato or maybe around it. And then come over here and I'm gonna scoop up some chili for you.
Trust me, Lazy Boy fits really, really well. As I spend I think it's my 7th night at the Green Dragon Hostel.
Times I make this, like she mixed all my spices together for me and put them in a little Tupperware. So
That's very nice.
I know, so nice. Anyway, enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you. You do better. Where's the PowerPoint? You said you're gonna make me a PowerPoint, and apparently,
There it is.
a PowerPoint.
No. Now the artwork we have to give 100% credit to Gadget.
amazing.
Obviously, Drew and I had the bizarre idea, but the actual pen and ink on here, all her, which is a good thing because that way we can read it. So
here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, some of you are going to be entering the wonderful state of North Carolina tomorrow. I have been calling it the 40-mile wilderness because.
Oh, that's not on there.
What?
Oh, that's okay.
we can make additions.
We can
fix it.
Yeah, okay. No one laughed at my 40-mile wilderness. Tomorrow you'll be heading into the 40-mile wilderness. Because, assuming you're taking off from Dix Creek and you're not going to get out at Blue Ridge, you could get off at Blue Ridge. That's 6 miles north of Blue Ridge. It's a really tough forest road. Not everybody drives up there. People do drive out there. We'll drive out there. It'll most likely cost you, but that is a possibility. But let's assume that you are taking off from Blue Ridge Tunnel at mile 69. You basically have either 37 or 40 miles to go because your first road access is going to be at Rock Gap, which is at 105.8. Let's round it up and say 106. And then you have Winding Stair at 109. Winding Stair is on the main highway that goes into Franklin. Rock Gap is just around the corner. Now, if you had an emergency, well, if you had a true emergency, you should call 911, and like Forest Service drones will lift you out of the forest. But if you really,
Yeah.
yeah, we need drones. We need drones.
He's a Forest
Can
Service
we have some
drone
drones,
guy.
please? We need more drones.
Right away.
So if you really had to get off, like if you're like, oh man, I'm hurt, like I'm not gonna make it 20 more miles, you could walk out at Deep Gap, which is at 85. You'll know you're at Deep Gap, not just by the signs, but there's a large cleared area for cars. There shouldn't be any cars there because the Forest Road is closed. They close it from January 2nd because the Forest Service doesn't work on New Year's, and they open it back on April 1st. April Fools, no, they really do. They open on April 1st. So if you really had to get out at Deep Gap, you could walk out the 5-mile Forest Road, or you could hike out the 4-mile Kimsey Creek Trail into Standing Indian Campground. You should not confuse Standing Indian Campground with locations that are called Standing Indian on the AT, okay? Standing Indian Campground is a state park. So you could either hike out the 5-mile Forest Road or the 4-mile Kimsey Creek Trail. When you get to the summit of Standing Indian Mountain on the AT, there is also a connecting trail. What is it? Long Ridge Trail, Low Ridge something. And it's a 4-mile trail that will connect you again into Standing Indian Campground. But otherwise, you are committed to being on trail for either 37 or 40 miles, depending on if you get out at Rock or Winding Stair. So if you think you need to calculate how many nights it's going to take you and make sure you have enough food, and if you think it's going to take you 3 days, maybe take 4 days with food, right? Just in case.